My name is Beatie, and I'm an English teacher at North Valleys High School. One of my most favorite things about my job is matching students to books for our independent reading program, which is facilitated through AR. I'm an avid reader. I love to read YA books, so I often have read or know about the books my students are interested in and can make good recommendations. This is a Destiny collection that I made following a Fahrenheit 451 unit. My students were really interested in banned or challenged books, so I created a collection of banned or challenged books that we offer here in our library, so they could peruse this to help them make their independent reading selection. In my classroom, I also use technologies like Quizlet, Wordle, Padlet, Edpuzzle, those types of things. As a department, we use Turnitin.com for all student writing submissions. My students are writing their documents on Google Docs. I'm more familiar with Google Classroom. That being said, we recently went through a Microsoft Teams training and we're headed more in that direction. It can be a bit of a challenge using technology at North Valleys High School, as not all of our students have frequent access to technology. So I was really excited to hear that both new middle schools are going to offer one-to-one technology for students. In my classroom, I also focus on other 21st century learning skills like collaboration, self-regulation, skilled communication. I have a communication category built into my gradebook. My students sit in groups. They work together frequently. We have class discussions, debates, they do group projects, they have presentations. I feel all of these skills are really crucial for our students to learn. They will help them in their academic and professional futures. Additionally, I think they also help create a really positive classroom environment. For example, last year was my first year teaching juniors, and I started a poetry unit with the expectation that my students had some background knowledge on poetry. This turned out to be a bit incorrect, and their knowledge was actually quite scattered, which made for a very challenging first lesson. In the following lesson, I started with a mind map that looked like this. So it was a very simple mind map. What they did is they took terms from their interactive notebooks and organized them into this circle chart based on how confident they felt in those terms. So if they felt like they really understood this particular poetry term, then they grouped it close to the center. If they didn't feel very confident in it, they pushed it toward the outer rings or even outside the circle. This allowed me to do a really quick formative assessment, so as students were working, I could walk around and quickly look and see what students had a tight knowledge of certain terms and what was more loose. Then I grouped students together, and they were asked to teach each other a couple of terms they felt confident in. So they had a sample text, so they could pull examples, and they were teaching their group mates about the terms they felt they really understood. Not only did this save us time as a class to have students teach each other, it also helped them better understand the content. Students got to practice those 21st century learning skills, and it helped create this really positive classroom culture. Every student felt like they had something to offer, they could contribute to class, and they had value, and that was very positive. As I move towards being a librarian, I really look forward to the responsibility and the privilege of bringing some of that positivity to an overall school culture.